I'm a big fan of using infographics when teaching languages. I like using infographics because they make information clearer, they make information more digestible and visual. And we can use them for things like grammar, vocabulary building, collocations, etc. Now, the tool I'm going to show you does a really good job of both producing the images as well as the text around different infographics, and you can see examples on the screen. We're going to use a free tool, which is NanoBanana, and also to point out this tool does work in multiple languages, which is really important, particularly for me as I'm learning Polish. I really hope you like the video, and as always, if you do, please like it, please comment on it, please share it with other teachers, but most of all, I'd love to have more of you signed up to my YouTube channel. Let's get started. So don't forget to access NanoBanana. Just go to your Google Gemini app. Google Gemini is great for many things in language learning, but we're going to look today at the infographics. When you're talking about infographics and you're asking NanoBanana to produce something for you, make sure you mention the level you want it at. Make sure you mention the language. Make sure you're very specific about what you want the NanoBanana infographic to be. So you need really very definable areas of language. It really can't be anything too vague. Otherwise, obviously, it can't really produce a very specific and clear infographic. And make sure that you remind NanoBanana to include visuals. Now, I am going to work with the free tool, but remember, of course, the paid tool does work better. However, in the free tool, you do often get access to a limited amount of professional tools, and you can also use the thinking mode. And there's a special trick that I will be showing you to use the thinking mode more effectively. Now, you don't need to click on tools, the create images. All you need to do is to write in a clear explanation of what you want. So I've said, can you produce an infographic at B1 level in English that shows examples of different words that we can build around the prefix anti? Can you make the infographic as visual as possible to help visual learners? Examples might include antibacterial, Antarctic, etc. Okay, here's the graphic. Now remember, we're using the free tool. We got antifreeze, antioxidant, antivirus, antibacterial, antisocial, Antarctic. Okay, I think this is excellent. I like the fact that it gives the kind of key meaning here, opposite, against, and then we've got a really good excellent visual infographic that we can use with our students. Now, I've done many videos about using Google Gemini, and the infographics is just one feature. The best feature for me is the Google Gemini storybooks. You can see one on the screen here, and I can actually click through the pages and we can visualize the story. And you'll see this is really powerful. And if you want to learn to use the storybooks feature, and you can again use this in multiple languages, I'm going to put that on the screen now, and I really recommend that video. What I'm going to do now is show you a couple of other tricks that you can do when using NanoBanana to produce really interesting infographics for language teaching. My suggestion is to try using the thinking mode, because this thinking mode will also work in the free tool. However, what sometimes happens with the thinking mode is that it generates the thinking, and then afterwards you have to tell it to generate the infographic. But what you might find is that it works slightly better. Let me show you an example. So what I asked for here is, can you make an interesting infographic in Polish? So I thought I'd show you it working in another language to show the most common verb types. There are several categories of verbs in Polish that have similar endings. Can you make this for level B1 students? Now, what it actually did was it produced all the thinking and showed me exactly what it was planning to do. But then all I did once I got all that information was simply write another line. Can you produce the infographic? And then it produced the infographic for me. Now, this obviously couldn't be so visual, but it did give me examples of the different groups of verbs that exist in Polish. And this was an excellent idea. Okay, really hope you found that video useful. Of course, I am aware that the paid tool is better than the free tool, but if you use the thinking mode, or if you click onto the pro mode and use that for the limited amount that you can, even if you've got a free account, then it will definitely make the visuals better. I recently made a video about the amazing Google Gemini gems. This is the ability to make language learning apps for free. Again, it works in the free tool. All you need to do is to click on the gems button. You'll see, in fact, you've got your storybooks there, but you've also got your gems there. And if you want to learn about making your own language learning apps for grammar, for vocabulary, for story writing, for making quizzes, etc., watch the video that's on the screen now. I really think you'll find that useful, and thank you very much. Okay, really hope you liked that video, and if you did, then please come over to teachertrainingvideos.com. Loads more free videos. Look at all the different menu items at the top of the screen here. If you're a teacher and you want to keep up a little bit more with the work I do, we often organize webinars, online courses, etc., then sign up to the newsletter. And if you sign up to the newsletter, there is a free 14-part mini video course in using technology in language teaching, and nearly everything I suggest is free. If you want to take it a little bit further, then think about joining me on Patreon. If you join Patreon, you get extra videos every month with no advertising. I just go straight into the training, lots of ideas about how you can use the technologies in the class with your students, and you also get the chance to meet me online once a month for some direct training, and that's a real opportunity for you to practice using the technologies with me. And finally, if you want to go even further, join me on my very popular course, Technologies and Approaches to Blended, Hybrid and Online Teaching. I do that in collaboration with NILE, that is the Norwich Institute for Language Education, a very prestigious organisation in the UK. And that course has been running for many years and is very popular. Thank you very much. I'm going to leave a few more videos on the screen now that you might find useful.